Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis maintaining that changes to the emergency orders remain fluid as they are inevitable due to the circumstances surrounding this pandemic. We asked the Prime Minister about those changes, including the mandatory curfews and lockdowns that have been implemented to mitigate the spread of the virus. Here's Altavi's Munnings.
It was back on April 27th when Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis amended the Emergency Powers COVID-19 No. 2 order in the House of Assembly to end on May 30th. That means the entire country has to comply with the national curfews and lockdowns until that date. But what will happen after? Will there be more curfews and lockdowns during the summer? Here's how the Prime Minister answered in his exclusive interview with our news team on Wednesday.
We would do whatever is necessary to ensure the safety of payments, but at the same time, we must strike a balance between our economy and health. You must strike that balance. We would not allow our economy to completely collapse, nor will we allow our citizens to become ill. I think Ministry of Health is doing an excellent job. We have managed to strike that balance, and I think if the Bahamians continue to cooperate, I think you find that Bahamas will be open soon, and of course, tourism is our number one industry, and therefore we have to worry about what happens in the United States, because as individuals travel here, there is the possibility that we can see an increase. But what that would mean, taking this in discussion with the health sector, it means that you would have to prepare should that happen. You have all the infrastructure in place, and therefore you can deal with it. You're never caught off guard. And then we would create models, make determination that, okay, when we open, what if we were exposed to 5 cases? How do we manage it? What if we were exposed to 10 cases? How do we manage it? Do we have the capacity to deal with it? Because we must always ensure that our health system can accommodate it.
The Prime Minister did admit, though, that while he understands the frustration and anxiety on the emergency orders, he says they're working to stop the spread of COVID-19.
And I think the weekend lockdown, history will show that probably had one of the greatest impact. You have holiday on Friday, and therefore you lock them down during those particular moments. And therefore the intermingling and the socialization, which you may have great difficulty controlling. You may not even be aware until there's some disaster. You find your COVID numbers increasing, etc. So I think history will show that the Bahamas did it right. What the Bahamas did, the weekend lockdown was very effective, and I think history will show that if other pandemics develop in the future, they will follow the model, they will follow the lockdowns, but most importantly, they will follow a complete lockdown, especially at the time when there's most socialization, and in our case, it's weekends.
We also asked the Prime Minister why he decided to temporarily hold the cabinet portfolio of Minister of Health after the former minister, Dr. Dwayne Sands, resigned. The Prime Minister is not new to the post, as he served as Minister of Health from 2007 to 2012.
During this transition, I felt that I probably would have been the best one to fill in at this particular time. But remember, I filled in all the various different ministries at the same time. But I think as soon as we open and we've gotten over this COVID, you will see a substantive minister. You'll have a Minister of Health who will be there, and I have individuals in mind, and I think that individual will do an excellent job as a senior minister. Somebody's in mind, but I look at the broader picture. I look at the whole parliamentary setup. I look at the cabinet now. I look at backbenches, and I take a lot of, and I would enter discussion with individuals, and we take a lot of factors into consideration.
Altavi's Munnings, ZNS Network News.